Hey everyone, it's Lisa, and I did a quick little tutorial, just get ready with me on this look today, and I just used a few different products. I did start out with my usual, it's been pretty much my favorite lately, the is it Too Faced Hangover Primer. And something I thought was interesting is when we went and asked for a good moisturizer for Brooke, the girl that works at Sephora that has worked there for years, I really trust, said that this is actually a great moisturizer too because it has a lot of really healing ingredients in it. And so Brooke has been using it also for a moisturizer. Okay, this is the Clinique foundation. It's the silky, I can't remember the whole name of it, but I'll put, of course, everything down below. But it is just a beautiful foundation. And that is the Oval 8 brush. And it doesn't have as much coverage, of course, as the Urban Decay All Nighter, because that is just, that and the Marc Jacobs are just the most intense. But it has really good, I would say, full coverage. And the color is just beautiful. And I'll put that down below too. I can't remember right now. And when I use this brush, it might look like I'm really bearing down, but I'm not. I'm using it very lightly, and just every little bristle kind of goes in every little spot. It's just the best brush. And after this, I believe I am going to use today, since it is not quite as humid and we're having a little bit of that fall feeling in the air, I thought I would set my foundation instead of using the La Mer, which is a good setting powder to set the makeup and keep it from getting oily. Okay, oh, here I am. I'm using the Estee Lauder Double Wear kind of as concealer because it has a little bit more coverage, like up underneath the eyes. And so that's what I'm doing here. And that's a Sedona Lace brush. And I'm using it also as eye primer. And I know that color is tawny. Okay, so that's what I was doing here. I thought I remembered doing something else. Okay, so what I'm going to use next is my good old Laura Mercier Classic Beige Mineral Powder. And there, I have really realized in this past 6 months using my La Mer, there's really a big difference in setting your makeup with mineral powder, or like the La Mer or the Laura Mercier setting powder. The Laura Mercier mineral, it does set it, but it's not going to control oil, and it gives you extra coverage and glow. I mean, it's beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful powders to this day. It's my favorite mineral powder. So when you use this, don't expect it to control oil like the La Mer or Laura Mercier or any of the translucent powders would. So you can see how much it gives me that glow. Okay, this is a new product that I was telling you guys about. It's the Limelight by Alcone, and Sarah sent it to me. She is an affiliate now, and this is the Bobbi Brown bronzer brush, and that was the bronzer number 1, and I love it. It is a beautiful bronzer. And so today, instead of going for like a contoury look with like the contour palette, I'm just kind of bronzing in those contour areas with a bigger, fluffier brush. And you can see how pretty it is. It is just a beautiful bronzer. And then the blushes are gorgeous. This is the darker of the two. And the blushes are blush number 7 and blush number 1. And I'll put those down below, but they're just gorgeous. She sent me her favorite products and stuff that she thought I would like, and I'm very impressed. I mean, the blush is just gorgeous. And I'm just showing you here that they come in these packages. And then she sent me that case that came with the 3 that I put it in there. Okay, this is the Alcone or Limelight by Alcone lip liner, and I believe it is in number 1. And if you guys like that slanted tip like the Rimmel liners do, then you will love this. Yes, this is Enduring Lip Liner number 01. It's just a beautiful nude color. And then the lipstick that I'm going to put on is gorgeous, and it is number 100, and you will see how pretty it is. For those of you that like a really nude lipstick but not a white nude, you know what I mean, or not like a pink nude, this is gorgeous. It's very, very sexy, I think. And I'm having to get in all the lines on my lips, but so you can see how pretty it is. Okay, here I'm showing you the Petal Gloss, the lip liner. She sent me a lip stain that is the darkest color, and the lip stain is called Macaroon. And so I will have, of course, all the links below. And so now my eyebrows have just been awesome since I've had them threaded. They just kind of go right into their place. And so I just put the Clear Benefit brow gel on them. And now I'm using the Becca Ombre Nudes palette. And I have looked at this so many times and just wanted to get it, but thought, oh, I don't need that. And then I saw Alex, HRH Collection, say that this color that I just put on was the best color for a no eyeshadow look. And I agree. So what I did is I just put on that lightest color, and now I'm doing my wing liner with the Tom Ford liner, liquid liner pen. And this one has a, instead of having like a stiffer felt tip end, it has more of a brushy end. So it's real flowy. You can see, I'm sorry that this is out of focus. For some reason it focused on my lamp back there. But so I kind of swooped it over my curvy eyes, and then I'm filling it in. And that liner lasts just so well. It's even somewhat tough to get off with just the micellar water. Here we go. So I'm just kind of lining the insides of my eyes, or not the insides, but you know what I mean, down where my lids kind of curl under. I think they do it worse than most people's. Then I do a wing, and then I kind of bring it across and then fill it in. And you'll see later I still have to fill it in some more. Sometimes I don't realize it until I do my mascara, and I'll see a space that I have to fill in. And I do this a lot. Like I'll put on my base color or my original, you know, shadow, probably like a transition color, and then I'll do my wing liner, and then I will go back in and, you know, do some more shadows. And so that's what I am going to do in, and you can see my mouth looks funny. It's because I've got this daggone Invisalign in. I hate that the way I've got to pay attention to that. Okay, so in this, what I'm doing is I'm just going from the lightest color in the palette to the darkest. So each time you see me dip, I'm going to the next one up. And you can see how it just gradually gets a little bit darker and a little bit darker. And at the very end, the very last color that I put on, the darkest one, I focus it more on the outer edges of my, I think this is it right here. See how I focus it right there by the wing a little bit more? And that is a Wayne Goss brush. It's my favorite one. I can't remember the number, but I'll put it down below. It's the one that's kind of like a pinched, softer 217. And then I am bringing it over a little bit and blending it out. But it's a beautiful eyeshadow palette if you like a very, very neutral nude eye. And it's just kind of neat that all the shadows are right there together. And it's kind of, you know, it's so easy because, oh yeah, okay, here it is. I took a pointier brush and I'm going into that darkest color. Sorry, I did this yesterday, so yeah, that's the darkest color. It's really pretty, and it does blend out really well. I'm just trying not to make any mistakes of it getting too dark. That's why I was kind of blowing the excess off. Okay, and then one of Sarah's favorite products from this company also, I'm getting ahead of myself again, was the mascara. But right here I am using the Chanel waterproof liner. Whenever I want to do a little bit on my bottom waterline and I don't want it too inky looking or too black, and I want it to last, but I just want it to be a subtle, lower liner look, this is really good because it's just not really, really, really black, and it stays. And you can see I'm not really putting it underneath. I'm not putting it in the waterline. I'm kind of rubbing it into the lashes. Okay, this is the Limelight by Alcone mascara. And I love how this wand is kind of tilted. I don't know if that's the way it comes or if mine's just like that, but I love it. And this is a lengthening mascara. If you wanted them to be thicker, you could, start off with something else. But I kind of wanted to show you how this does all on its own. I think I cut out some because I felt like it got boring. But, and it does not smudge or run. I think companies must have gotten a clue, and they're getting much better at that. Okay, here, sorry, I'm covering what I'm doing, but I'm just filling in those blank spaces I was telling you about. And now I'm kind of going over with the mascara again. And I know a lot of you like those original, like fluffy type mascara brushes better than the, rubbery ones. She said that the mascara actually, that it gets better and better. I think this was the second time I'd used it. Most mascaras do. And I used a little bit on the bottom. Goodness, I should have sped through this a little bit more. Okay, and I felt like I needed a little bit more brightness, so I used the Maybelline Dream Lumi in Radiant just to add a little bit, but I'm still battling that stuff around my nose, so I have to be careful. I'm going to the dermatologist tomorrow. Looking forward to that. And so I just pat it in right in that darkest spot, and that stuff is just so good. It really is. And then I believe after this, I was scared that I might get a little shiny. So I took my Makeup Forever HD pressed powder, which you can see is very well loved, with my little Wayne Goss brush, and just put it kind of in my T-zone, and I wiped it under my eyes a little bit, just kind of set everything, and left my cheeks glowy. And I believe that is it. So I hope you enjoyed it. All the links will be down below. Bye-bye.